All right, well, welcome everyone that decided to join us for our May team meeting. Can't believe it's almost June. Can you guys believe it's almost June? It's crazy. We will officially be halfway through the year at that point, which just blows my mind. I have no idea. So to kind of start things off, I just want to let you guys know, most of you guys have already seen that we have some changes that we're doing on our WOLFPACK organization page. If you have not watched the live that I did a couple days ago, make sure to watch that because, you know, we are trying to give some opportunity to brand new director Carolyn and brand new advanced director Tiffany to step up in leadership and help to grow their personal teams, and really just for us all to be able to have some focus on our personal teams, and, you know, kind of making sure that you guys are all excelling where you need to be. And I think it's a lot easier sometimes to work within a smaller group, if that makes sense to you guys, versus trying to work with the masses. So that's kind of part of the reason why we decided to kind of, you know, change things up a little bit. So kind of how it's going to work and operate. Like I said the other day, the WOLFPACK organization page is going to be for everyone. And that's where you're always going to find the up-to-date training stuff. So anything to do with the virtual parties or cooking shows or fundraisers or anything like that, as far as the training piece of it goes. And then any opportunities like this one for our monthly team meetings, our pop-up trainings that we do, any programs that we're going to be doing, any of that will be found on the WOLFPACK organization page. Our personal team pages are going to be more focused on basically the needs of what we feel our teams need at that current time. So sometimes we need, you know, extra bookings, and, you know, so it's just easier to kind of say, okay, so 5 of us, let's do a booking blitz, and, you know, everybody work together in a smaller setting to get bookings. Or maybe you want to work on growing your team and work on recruiting. So you're going to have more focused training within your own personal groups, personal teams that you guys are all a part of. Looks like we have some more people starting to hop on, which is exciting. So to kind of add to that, if you have not joined your director's personal team page yet, please make sure to do that. Okay, we beg you. We invited everybody that's a part of our personal team. So again, just make sure that you've gone in there and, you know, clicked accept the invite into the group so that we can make sure that you guys are getting what you need there. So again, with all that, we're going to do something different tonight. It's not going to just be Becky running her mouth for a solid hour, which I can appreciate, and I'm sure you guys can too. So Tiffany and Carolyn are also going to help out with the training this evening. So Carolyn is going to kick things, or no, Tiffany's going to kick things off this evening. So go ahead, Tiff.
Okay, the meeting is to talk about June special and also free-for-all. So I'm going to kick it off with the June special, and I'm going to share my screen if I get it correct. Give me a second. So, can you guys see that? It's probably small. Can you guys see that? Yes, no?
Yep.
Okay. So June is double host rewards. And what that means is that when a party qualifies at 650 or more in guest sales, that the host will receive double in the free. So example, when they reach 650,
I don't have parties going right now.
Instead of 115, they will receive 230 that they could go on a shopping spree for free. So I don't know if, I know when I talk to my hosts, I tell them, you know, this is an amazing deal, but, you know, don't get frustrated if your party does not get to 650 because they have amazing 60% off items, or I call them bundles for this one. It's a summer fun essentials that they get to choose from. So boost up the host rewards for the double, and talk to them and explain to them what that means. Make sure that they understand that it's $650 for them to earn the double host rewards in the free, but then also show them and explain to them the 60% off, like the quick sickle maker set for $31.20. You have the ice cream maker for $35.60. If they are entertainers, the outdoor entertainment set is a great item for them to choose at $53.20. And then if they have kids, the waffle puff pan is also a great item for them to choose also. So you can, if you know your host has kids or grandkids, you know, talk up the quick sickle maker or the puff pan for them. And then even if they're interested in the quick sickle maker with the frozen treat cones that you get in that set, they could also get the ice cream maker for one of their 50% off items. So it's a, you know, win-win situation when their party qualifies. You know, they could get the 60% off, and then they could also use a 50% off if they're looking at the ice cream maker as well. So kind of find out from your host if they are entertainers. You know, the outdoor entertaining set is a great option for them to get, because you have the cool and serves, the pitcher, and the tongs, and or the serving utensils. So just make sure that you have them understand that they do still get the 60% off item, plus if their show does qualify at 60 or 650 or more, they get the double free in the June host special. Does anybody have any questions about the host special for June? And has anyone booked shows for their calendars in June?
I have.
Nope.
No?
Lots and lots.
Good.
Who said no?
I know. Who said no?
Deborah.
Deborah.
Yeah.
Have you offered the host special for June?
I have spoken to 3 people, and actually the lady, one of the guests from my last show, or my first show, is booking in July.
Okay.
She doesn't want to book in June.
Okay. Is it a timing thing or?
Yeah, it's a timing thing for her.
Okay.
She does a direct sales. She's a direct sales person herself.
Okay.
So she has her own, you know, this type of business. So she wants to do it in July.
Okay. What about the other 2 that you spoke to?
The other 2 are just, you know, I can't get them to commit to a time in June. So.
Is there any hesitation on their part? Like, what's holding them back? Did they give you any idea?
No, I have one who had recently had attended a party like 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't want to do anything until the fall.
Okay.
She actually doesn't want to do anything until September.
Okay, that's when the new catalog comes out.
Right.
Have you reached out to anybody else, like friends list, family, anybody like that?
Yeah, I have somewhat, you know, in regard to family, there's not a whole lot of family to reach out to. And I've reached out to friends, you know, Facebook, etc.
Okay. Well, Carolyn's going to be talking on her part, so maybe she can help you with that. So does anybody else have any more questions on the June special, comments, concerns? I can't see the whole screen.
Nope.
No? Okay. All right. So in the mix of getting your bookings for June, also remember that we still have one more week of, let me stop sharing here and get my other screen up. We still have one more week of free-for-all for May, okay? So, oh, wrong one. So get as much sales as you can in for May. Use this week wisely because so it's, let me get the picture, I'm sorry. I grabbed the wrong one. There we go. All right, let me share this screen. Okay, so for the new products in that come out in September, you have the chance to earn them this month and next month. So you have a week left in this month. We have level 1, which is $750 in sales. We have level 2, which is $1,500 in sales, and level 3, which is $3,000 in sales. So one thing that I'm not sure if you guys know, but the 1,500, the level 2, is going to be the cover. It's going to be on the cover of the new catalog in September. So we don't know what that is, but for them to put it on the cover, it has to be a big deal. So it is a $400 plus value that is level 2. So if you are so close to getting to 1,500 in sales, please make sure that you're reaching out to everybody, closing out your shows strong, in your shows, whether it's a cooking show or a virtual. Make sure you're reaching out to your guests and letting them know that the parties are closing soon. Make those connections with them. But finish out your May strong and try to reach that 7 or the level 2 at 1,500. So also, let me stop sharing and grab the other one. So June is the same way. We have the opportunity to earn the products for the new catalog in June as well. So we have, again, 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3, same price or same value is $750 in which you would submit in sales, $1,500 in sales for level 2, and $3,000 for level 3. So the more that you have on your calendar as far as bookings, the better off you will be as far as closing out shows and getting your parties submitted and earning these levels. It is a good feeling. Who has earned levels 1, 2, and 3 already for May? Okay, Carolyn's moving her lips. Becky's waving her hand. I can't see anyone else. Do we have the option of
Is that better?
Strong? Huh?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm $70 away from level 3.
That's awesome. Has anyone reached level 1 that we're no? All right, Bonnie has, Gail has. Do we have the potential? I know, Mike, you were shaking your head. No, sorry, I have to scroll up and down on the side. Do you guys have shows that you're getting ready to close out?
I just closed one up today, the fundraiser, but no, it wasn't anywhere close. So
okay. All right. Do you have anything that, like any pop-up sales that you do this week that might help you out?
we're about $500 short of making the first level, so I don't.
Okay.
We can certainly give it a try.
Yeah, we can try.
You could try. I mean, that's all you could do. I mean, if you don't make it, it's a bigger commission check for you. So
Oh yeah.
it's a win-win either way. But also know, like, so free for all, it's very exciting. I know some people were kicking themselves in the butt December and January when we had free for all for the March. You know, when they don't tell us what the products are, so it's kind of, some people are excited about, you know, not knowing. Some people want to know, but I think it gives you a little bit more of a boost to want to work your business to earn these levels. And it's a better feeling, you know, to know that you've achieved something. I know, you know, I can kick myself in the butt sometimes when I don't achieve all 3 levels. But that just goes to show, you know, you want to get the motivation there and drive yourself to doing what you want for your business, So bottom line, it's your business. You run it the way you want to, but just know that you have the opportunity to earn these products that Pampered Chef gives to you for free by you working your business. So does anybody have any questions about the free-for-all, how it works? I know 3 people I can't see, so. No? Okay. Well, that's all I had for mine, Becky.
All righty. Well, you guys know what I'm going to tell you, right? Never give up. You already see me write it. So now you hear me say it. Never give up, right? Because when we give up, we're giving ourselves permission to stop, right? We just say, well, it's 5 days away. End of the month's right around the corner. I'm like, $700 away. Maybe you only have $50 in sales. I'm $700 away. I'm not going to reach it. Well, I can tell you some of the most motivated people I've ever seen accomplish big things in 5 days. They didn't stop. Like, they woke up and they drove themselves all day long to reach those goals. And so you really have to just kind of evaluate, each of us do, how important it is. Is it important or is it not important? Some of us are in different places with our businesses, right? Some of us are, just getting started and really want to go for all of those goals and want to earn all of the free little extras. Some of us are just okay with where we're at, and that's okay. But I will challenge you that if any of you are in the place where you want more from your business, never give yourself permission to stop until midnight on the last night of the month. And that's going to be with any kind of goal that you have for yourself, whether it's, reaching one of these free-for-all levels or promoting to a director, or, whether you really just want to add your first team member. The moment we doubt ourselves, we're also giving ourselves permission to just give up. And so I don't know how you guys feel about that, but giving up sucks. Like, it doesn't make you feel good, So imagine if you keep pushing for 5 days, if you get to the end of the month and you reach that goal, right? How's that going to feel? So I would rather you guys focus on that feeling of when you reach that goal, what that's going to feel like. And guess what? If you get to the last day of the month and it's midnight and you're still $150 away, at least you tried and you gave it 100%, right? And you've gained all those extra sales by trying. So, just, never give up on yourselves. It's one of those things that, becoming a leader for me that's one of the things that I've taught myself, like, over time with all the experiences, is that, when something's important to me, where there's a will, there's a way, and you're going to find a way to do it. So, all right. So Carolyn is going to talk about bookings this evening. So most of you guys know Carolyn is our newest director on our team. And if you've been watching what's been going on with Carolyn and her personal growth, since she's been with us now for like 4 months, it's been nothing but amazing to watch. And I'll tell you that, what I find for myself is I let you guys motivate me. Okay. So I watch you guys in your businesses and watch what you guys are doing to achieve different goals for yourselves. And I'm like, well, crap, if Carolyn's booking that many shows, I better darn well get, shows on my calendar. So it pushes me to even want to, do more and be more. So, one of the tips that I can give you guys is, I know sometimes we will start comparing ourselves. Right? How many of you guys have ever compared yourself to someone else? We probably all have at one time or another. So have you guys ever heard the expression, comparison is the thief of joy? Yeah, it totally is. And so I will tell you guys all that we would all love to have the experience that Carolyn had starting out, but sometimes it's just not dealt in our cards for us. Okay. And that's okay. But I'll tell you that Carolyn is one of those people, quite like myself, that when she's going for something, she's going to give it 150% from the time she wakes up in the morning to the time she goes to bed to make sure that she's reaching those goals. And so what I love is that you guys as consultants have the ability to reach out to Carolyn and ask her questions anytime that you want. Ask her for advice. If you guys are brand new consultants, who better to seek advice from than a brand new consultant that is completely rocking their business, right? So I can tell you that, she did a little live session last weekend when I was in Pittsburgh, and I sat here like, oh my gosh, she did awesome, even though she hated every second of it. But she did amazing, training you guys for 7 minutes. And it was like, okay, this is awesome. So I was like, okay, when it comes time to bookings this week, I really wanted Carolyn to lead the training because she's just on fire. She set herself on fire. She set her personal team on fire. And so I think that there's no one else better to talk about bookings than Miss Carolyn. So take it away.
Well, thanks, Becky. I like the way, you always bring in quotes, and that's what I often do. And I'm going to start this whole session on booking with a quote from Oscar Wilde. And it's, just be yourself, everyone else is taken. And I know quite often when it comes to booking, what's the biggest thing that stops you? What's the biggest thing? Exactly. We all stop ourselves, okay? And it could be for a variety of reasons why we stop. A lot of times we get in our head, and I know with me, that's my biggest problem. That's why I hate going live on anything. It really throws me out of my box, okay? Booking a show throws a lot of people out of their box, okay? Which means it puts them out into the zone where it's a little bit less familiar, not safe, and it's quite uncomfortable, okay? So anyway, one of the reasons why a lot of people don't do the bookings, they're always worried, they get in their head about what the other people are thinking about them, okay? Oh, they're gonna think that I'm too pushy, okay? And that's quite often, an issue. Am I being too pushy? And one of the ways around it, because we know we love the product, if you didn't love the product, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing right now. Okay, so we all are passionate about the product, with Pampered Chef, the things that, they're just awesome. And, there's just so much great about them. But what happens quite often is our passion does not translate to action. Okay, those are two different things. Okay, but our passion does, it just doesn't translate to action. Okay, so what do we need to do from there? And how do we fix that? Okay, there's different tools that we could do or use. Some of the tools I went ahead and discussed it in that little live video that I was dying in, and which, I was stating to go ahead and use the guidelines that Becky's already developed for us. Why try to create something that's not broken? It does work. You just have to use it. The other thing is to constantly, use it. Don't say, okay, I'm just going to send it out to maybe, 3 people this week. That doesn't work that way. I know for me, especially at the beginning, I was sending out about 7 to 10 a day, every day. And there's a lot of no's there. There's a lot of rejections. And it's really hard to take rejection, okay? But you're going to have to brush it off the shoulder. You have to understand what their why did they object? What's, why? That's why quite often when we're doing the booking blitz, Becky and Tiffany have always said, okay, send us the reasons why, go ahead and cut and paste, take a picture of your conversation if that's what you were doing, was messaging, and let's go ahead and look at the objections and tweak it, okay? The other thing is sometimes we feel like because we're in our head, it's like we can't do it. And after you get so many no's, you sort of back off. It's like, okay, I can't deal with it anymore. I can't handle another no. And that's when you're giving up. And, Becky just told you about what what it means to give up. If you stop, you're never going to get that yes. Okay. So it does take quite a bit of no's to get the yes. The other thing is talking about being pushy. We don't want other people to feel like we're pushy. Well, what do we do to prevent that? And one of the things is to become more authentic. I know the people that I deal with, that I work with, that I go ahead and ask, usually it's, they get to see me. It's not that hardcore, trying to sell them something, because nobody wants to be sold anything, ever. Okay, I know I don't want to be sold. And so you have to really be authentic. You have to be yourself. You have to go ahead and help relieve the uncomfortableness, or whatever you want to call it. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Okay, I know for me, these Zoom videos, I usually prefer to sit back and I'll listen and I'll observe, but I don't always participate. Okay, I have to step out of my comfort zone in doing so. So the same thing with booking. Okay, we need to jump out of the comfort zone, and we need to go ahead and lead more with what we are uneasy about. And you could just go ahead and say, hey, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I've been meaning to talk to you. I just was afraid that I was going to bug you. So you just let them know, put it out there. There's nothing wrong with that. And you'll be amazed by how this also puts the other person into being more comfortable. The other thing is to name the elephant in the living room. Okay, so what do you think I mean by that when I say name the elephant in the living room? Does anybody know? How many of your guests or your host have had a bad experience from another seller, another corporation? It doesn't have to be Pampered Chef. It could be, Cincy, Mary Kay. There's so many of that out there, Tupperware. And so they just automatically think, oh, it's going to be like that. And perhaps it was boring. Perhaps it was not what they expected. Okay, you need to talk yourself up. And I know with some of the lingo with what Becky has used for the messaging, it does, say, hey, so-and-so is a blast. And you get enroll not only your host, but your guest into, yeah, you are a blast. Okay. That you're not there to just rant, because that gets really boring. And I know with virtual parties, sometimes it's easier because you can hide behind the screen versus the cooking parties. And I don't know how many of you do eat, if you're mainly cooking or virtual, but either way, they need to really see your personality, who you are. Okay. And as far as the naming the elephant in the living room, if you go ahead and bring it up and talk about it, what were the things that host or hostess felt why it was so horrible, so that how to adjust your party so that you're not going to be doing the same thing, but be yourself. And then always to remember that the bookings, whether you are calling them up or just messaging them, it's all about energy. What kind of energy you're putting into it. Okay, you might get a no, and then I would wait a couple of days, give them a call, because there's a whole lot more going on when you're actually calling them or seeing them and talking to them verbally than just typing on a computer. And so if by chance you're just doing only the messaging, it's probably going to get hard, because you're going to get a lot of no's, but that's when you have to get out of the box and actually call them. Okay. and really talk to them one-on-one. What is it in regards to their objections? Okay. And then it's easier to really work with it. But excuse me, as far as the bookings, the big thing is never give up. Be yourself. You have the guidelines, follow it, you know, and be aware of, you know, in regards to your language. This is another thing that I forgot to mention. When you're talking to them directly, don't go ahead and say, would you like to book a, you know, party, you know, with me? Because it makes it look like you're all talking about yourself. You need to go ahead and change the language and let them know they're doing it for themselves, such as, you know, let me spoil you, you know, let Pamper Chef spoil you. And it's all done already in the guidelines, that wording. So you have to be careful with what you're saying, because nobody, some people will, but quite often when they don't think they're getting anything out of it, they're not gonna try, okay? If they think, oh, it's only about you, you need to make it about them. The party is about them, their party. And so be cautious in regards to your language. And with that, is there any questions? All righty then, I guess I'll turn it back over to Becky.
All right, so you guys know I have lots to add to what she said, right? Because that's just who I am, that's how I roll. So a couple different things. So when we feel pushy about anything that we do, okay, in life, just in general, it's because the very first person that we're thinking about it is ourselves and how we're making someone else feel. I will tell you 95% of the time when we feel like we're being pushy, it's because our first thought is, oh my gosh, what is this person thinking about what I'm asking them? Okay, and that's why we feel pushy. Many of you guys have heard me say this or give this analogy several times, but I always want you guys to think about when you're asking somebody for a booking, think about a cup of coffee, okay? You're sitting down at a restaurant and a waitress offers you a cup of coffee. Well, you're just not in the mood for coffee, right? So you tell the waitress no. Do you think that waitress goes back to the back crying, oh my gosh, they said no to a cup of coffee? No, because what she's doing is her job. She's offering a cup of coffee. What we are doing is our job. It's offering somebody the opportunity either to earn money or to earn free stuff, right? It's our jobs. I think when we as consultants get it out of our minds that this business is about us, is when you will see big things start to happen, okay? So many times we're fixed on our own personal goals, right? You guys know you really want to earn free for all. So what you're thinking about every time you're doing a booking is, I really need another show. I really need another show because I really want to earn free for all. When in reality, if we would just stop thinking about what the end goal is for us and just worry about the short and here and now, about getting that extra booking and focusing on how we can help somebody, guess what happens? You reach that long-term goal by helping someone else, taking yourself out of that picture. Another thing that I kind of thought about, when you guys give up, and we all do, every one of us give up on goals. Every one of us give up on our short-term goals, our long-term goals. I give up on weight loss all the time. And the only person I'm really giving up on is myself. I'm not giving up on anyone else, right? If I don't get another booking tomorrow, I am not affecting anyone else but myself. So when I give myself mental permission to say, I give up, nobody else cares because I'm not affecting anyone else but me. I am the only one that's being affected by me saying, I give up, right? When, Carolyn, you brought up one of the best points when it comes to bookings, okay? So much of what we do in the virtual world does become copy and paste, right? you know, from the outlines to the messages that we're sending to people to the messages we're sending to our guests. The very first thing, whether it's a cooking show or a virtual party, that you have to sell is not a mix and chop. It's not a stone. It's you. You are the very first product that you have to sell. And the only way that you sell yourself is if you're a genuine person that is showing that you're putting other people before your own self. It's just like any other thing that we do. You sell yourself first. And what I mean is, like, literally, you're not selling yourself. You're selling the fact that you're going to be there to walk them through from the beginning to the end of this of the show. You're going to provide customer service. You're going to, you know, be, you know, aware of everything about the products. Like, you're going to help answer the questions for them, right? You're going to show them, you know, what a day in the life of Becky in her kitchen is like. Because when it boils down to it, guys, people want to know about us. Like, yes, I love our marketing imagery pictures that Pampered Chef has for us, because we are incredibly blessed compared to a lot of direct sell companies, the amount of work that Pampered Chef puts behind us for this virtual world. But I will tell you, the more personal you can make it with showing pictures of yourself with products, you know, showing your kids with their products, the more people understand and see you behind the apron. They don't just see an apron. They see you. Okay? And the last thing, when she talked about comfort zones, when is the last time you ever hit a really big goal in your life by remaining in your comfort zone? Have any of you guys ever done that? Because I want to know how you did it. You know, like lost 50 pounds or, I don't know, earned a bachelor's degree or got a promotion at a job. I guarantee you, you never did that by completely staying in your comfort zone the entire time. Because nothing big ever happens there. You have to step outside of that circle in order to reach a big goal, always. So, you know, bookings will happen, but it's going to start with you, and it's going to start with the belief in yourself first. You have to believe, right? You have to believe in you that you deserve to do well in this business. You have to believe that you deserve to have a full calendar. And if you don't believe it yet, tell yourself that you believe it. Because eventually the mind catches up with the mouth. It takes a lot longer to change your mind about something than it does for my mouth to say it. So the more my mouth says it, the more my brain starts to believe it. And eventually you do start believing in yourself. Anybody ever heard that? Like self-talk, how big self-talk is? Self-talk is huge. It's huge. Okay, so basically what we're getting at here this evening is, you know, it's almost June 1st. A lot of us are going to, in our minds, be thinking, it's summertime. I really want to take the summer off, right? I just want to spend the time with the kids. I want to go camping. I want to go to the beach. I want to go and do. And Pampered Chef will still be there for me. Yes, Pampered Chef will still be there for you, okay? But it is a lot harder. If you decide right now to take a summer off, it is a lot harder this coming fall for you to get started again. I promise you. Take it from somebody that's been doing this for 8 years and watched a lot of consultants along the way in their journeys. So maybe your goal is not to do this full time. Absolutely understand it, completely respect it, always will, always have. But if your goal is to have a business in the fall, take this one piece of advice from me if you take nothing else away this evening. Do not take off the summer. Okay, because literally in September, you are starting from scratch like you're a brand new consultant, and you're starting back like it is day one all over again. So you build your business, you build the momentum all summer long so that when fall comes, you guys will have an astronomical fall, okay? If you want to make money this fall, the way to do it is to stay productive all summer long. So, you know, how can you get those extra bookings? You got to work, right? If your calendar is a big fat goose egg, you got to work. Nobody ever will be chasing you down for bookings. I promise you that, my friends. Nobody is going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to have a party with you. Occasionally it'll happen, and then I check their blood alcohol level at that point. But seriously, guys, nobody is going to chase you down just because they know you're a Pampered Chef consultant. You have to be willing every single day to work on this business. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or an hour. Touch your business. It's like every single other business. Have you guys ever heard of a Walmart store like closing down? You know, they close 1 day a year, right? 1 day. That's it. That's all you get. Other than that, somebody is always working in that store. Anybody ever seen a mom and pop shop, you know, that literally they don't ever go and turn the key, open the door, turn the lights on? No, because they're not going to have a business, right? They're not going to have customers. They're not going to have any money. It's the same thing with us. Just because we work from home doesn't mean we don't have a business that has to be touched every single day. Some part of your business has to be touched every single day. I don't care if it's sending 15 messages out to people to book shows, if it's sending messages to someone that has purchased from you just to say thank you, follow up and see if they need recipes, if it's doing a Facebook Live demo in your VIP groups, whatever it is, you have to work your business every single day to have a healthy business. Every day, okay? With that being said, a couple of extra things before I kind of wrap things up. Make sure that you guys are spending your time wisely on Facebook. It's a big, fat black hole if you let it be. Would you guys agree? How many of you guys play games on Facebook? Or we go check 15,000 Pampered Chef groups and we have to comment on 42 posts a day in there. Or, you know, we're like literally scrolling down our Facebook friends and like commenting on every single person's stuff. And we're giving ourselves permission to use that hour to 2 hours on stuff that's not going to do you a darn bit of good. Look, this is the honest Becky coming out. You guys are getting honest Becky tonight. That stuff is not going to feed your family. It's not. It's not going to feed your family. It's not going to get you bookings. It's not going to get you recruit leads. It's not a smart and wise time, way to spend your time. It's not income producing. Yes, I know we want to help all those people out that have questions to be answered. But if your business isn't where you want it to be, is it the most valuable use of your time? Probably not. So instead of trolling Facebook and looking in all of the Pampered Chef groups and helping all these people, help yourself first, right? Have the business that you want. Have the business that you have always wanted, not what I want, not what Tiffany wants, not what Carolyn wants, but what you want. When your business is in that place, I don't care. Spend all the time you want there, right? Spend all the time you want there. But if your business isn't where you want it to be, then question yourself, is this a good use of my time? So I hope you guys know that Tiffany and myself and Carolyn are all here to help support you. But ultimately, we do not run your businesses. We do not decide how you spend your time and what you're spending your time on. You do. And I just, I want to remind you guys that all of our time is very valuable. Everybody's time is valuable. Okay. So think about your own time first before you think of anything else. And just, again, question yourself, is this the best place I could be spending my time right now? So let's talk recruiting. So, we have 5 days left with this amazing recruiting special this month. I really expected us to add a lot more team members. I'm just going to be honest with you guys than what we have. But I think, to be honest with you, I don't think our energy has been placed in the right place this month. I think that, we could all probably do a better job with asking people and being very intentional about it. Again, taking ourselves out of the equation. Some of you may not be in a place where you want to recruit, may not want to grow a team, but I still caution you against not offering it to someone because you really don't know what financial situation someone else is in. Maybe you don't want the responsibility of a recruit. I absolutely appreciate that, but we still would love to add them to our team So even if you don't want to be the direct person responsible for them, we could definitely sign them up under somebody else on the team. Okay. So always ask everyone, ask every host, ask every customer that you come in contact with, because you just don't know whose life you're about to change. I'll tell you guys, 8 years ago, had I not been offered this, I have no idea where I would be today. And you guys, the ones of you guys that know my story know that I'm absolutely speaking the truth. I have no idea where my family would be. I know I would not be sitting on this back deck of this house in this neighborhood. I would not be. So we have 5 days left. So I'm challenging every single one of you guys with 5 days to at least reach out to 5 people about the business opportunity. Okay. That's 1 a day. If we all did that, imagine how many people we could add to our team by the end of this month. Just one person a day. Who can you think of? Who can you think of that can use extra money, that's a teacher, a bus driver that, is off for the summer? Those are the perfect people to be asking right now. Who works at your local schools that doesn't have a job all summer long that could use extra money? Who just purchased a house, who's getting married, who's all these people that have all these big financial obligations. Some of those people are looking for a way to make extra money that doesn't take a lot of time alongside their busy job. So just challenge yourself to find a who, right? And then ask. That's the biggest thing. The other piece of that is not only do we have the great summer kit for $109 with the quick cooker, but they also have the opportunity to get half of that money back, guys, in their first 30 days. So literally, if you could change someone's life for $54, isn't it worth you asking them? I think it is. All right, so just some quick notes for you guys. But really, I'm going back to that. I just have to. I would love to see all of you guys asking, and what I'm going to challenge you guys to do here, we're just going to totally be random and sporadic right now. As you ask people, take a screenshot and post it on the WOLFPACK organization page. Okay? And all you need to write is, I just asked. I just want to see that you guys, this matters to you guys, right? That helping other people really is what it's all about, and that we all care about that. So just post it on the WOLFPACK organization page. All right, so we have conference coming up in July. Are any of you guys interested at all in going to conference? The only reason that I need to have a better idea of how many people are going with us is because we need to make sure that we have enough hotel rooms reserved for conference for us, okay? So yeah, I know Yvonne's already going. So as of right now, it's Tiffany and myself and Yvonne and Suzanne's going, and Carolyn, I'm going to break her arm if she doesn't go. I'm just joking. That's recorded. I need to edit that out real quick. No, I'm joking. If any of you guys are interested in going to conference, please let us know so we know if we need to add an extra room or not. It's getting to the point where right now, the middle of June, I'm cutting us off. Okay, so if I don't know by the middle of June that you want to go to conference, after that point, you're basically going to be on your own to make arrangements, okay? Because at some point, if we don't have enough for that second room, we have to get rid of the other room. So I have to make some decisions here soon, because financially, myself and Tiffany are tied to paying 2 rooms right now. And if we don't have enough people to fill them, then I don't want us to lose out, $800. So I'm going to say by June 15th, if you don't tell me that you're going, then you're basically, if you decide after that point that you're going to be on your own to make arrangements. Okay. Is that fair? I think it's fair.
How much is it for the room?
So it works.
How much are we looking at?
It works out because basically you pay one night for all week. Okay. So it's $200, $220. I think, Tiffany, is that what it is? I think it's $220 right around there, but you're there for 4 days. So basically with 4 people in a room, everybody pays for one night. Does that make sense? It's $220 a night. So if you have 4 people in the room, if you divide it down, it's everybody pays for one night for the week. Does that make sense for the 4 days that you're there? So, it's just really important for us planning wise and money wise, because again, I'm not a millionaire. I have bills just like everyone else does, and so does Tiffany. And, we have our money tied up in this right now, waiting for you guys to decide whether you're going or not. Okay. So we need to make sure if you're going or not. So if you're not going to conference, I do have an opportunity here locally here in Shippensburg. That is, it will be Fair Week while we're gone. I have a spot that I have done now for, the last 6 years. The fair is absolutely amazing. So if you're not going and you want a way that can help you build your business, then I have the opportunity for you. Basically, the fair hours would be Monday, Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., Wednesday from noon to 10 p.m., Thursday, Friday from 5 to 10 p.m., and Saturday from 12 to 10 p.m. So if you're not going and you want, some booking leads and, to sell some cash and carry stuff, maybe to get some orders, book some shows, I will tell you that every year I'm at the fair, I do no less than like $1,200 in that week. Okay. It's always been an amazing opportunity. If you're interested in it and you want more information, send me a message, because I do have a couple people that have already volunteered to help with it. But the more the merrier for the week. So basically I'm going to work within your schedule, see how I can get this covered. Because with, them changing the dates of conference this year, unfortunately, I will only be able to be there on Monday. The rest of the week I will be gone. And so I need to have people cover it, because I've already paid $300 for the week. Okay. So I'm not going to charge you guys the amount that I should charge. It'll only be $25 a day if you want to be there. But you need to reach out to me for that. I will be posting it on the WOLFPACK organization page. Also, so you could comment there or private message me, but it will be first come, first serve for those hours. Okay. So whoever messages me first is going to get the slots. And that's how it's going to work. Now, Sarah lives here locally. Sarah's going to be doing some of the hours, and pretty much she's going to be in charge while I'm gone of making sure everything's taken care of and covered, because I won't be available. I'll be in Chicago. Okay. Our next team meeting on Zoom will be on June 9th. That's going to be a little bit of a change of dates. Normally it would have been on June 16th, but that's Father's Day. So I'm moving it up to June 9th. Okay. So June 9th will be the next Zoom meeting. There will not be a recipe night in the month of June. We will have a couple of different pop-up training opportunities in the month of June. So just watch the events on the WOLFPACK organization page for those dates that'll be coming soon. Because Carolyn and Tiffany will be helping with doing some more training. They just don't know it yet. Another date you could write on your calendar is July 13th. That is going to be our WOLFPACK organization picnic, our team picnic. Okay. So that will be here at my house. Your families are all more than welcome. Kids, families, not whole families. I mean like husband, spouse, and kids. I don't mean like your grandma, your grandpa, like everyone. So your family is welcome and invited to my house. We'll have some activities for the kids to do. We'll probably do fireworks like we did last year. Everybody will bring a dish over. And it'll just be a fun afternoon spent with our team, laughing, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun last year. So mark that on the calendar. Again, there will be an event created for it that you can RSVP. And I'll tell you, this is where we're going to end it on, is that, the reason I'm not doing a recipe night in the month of June is that we have not had great participation with them. Okay. It's been the same 4 or 5 people coming. And so I'm just taking a break for the month of June, because remember, the expense falls on my shoulders. Most of the time I have to, clean the house. I give up a whole day where I could be doing a cooking show for our team to come over and learn recipes. Maybe some of you guys want to venture into the world of cooking shows. Well, how better than to come in my kitchen and let me teach and train you. So I probably will be starting back up recipe nights in August, but only if I get a strong commitment to it. Okay. I don't want to take that part away, because it is a valuable training for those of you guys that want to do cooking shows. But imagine the fact that I could potentially be giving up $200 to $300, for me giving up an afternoon of doing a cooking show. So I have to weigh apples and oranges. And so for right now, We'll have the picnic in July, and then maybe we'll be back to recipe night in August. Okay. I think that's all I had. Does anyone have any questions? We have like 4 minutes. Look at that, girls. We did awesome. Woo! Who has questions? Nobody? Somebody's playing music. Somebody's jamming out. Man, you guys are all like on fire, ready to go. Everybody's calendars are booked for June. Nobody has questions about bookings. Like, we're all going to go and recruit 20 people and book 25 shows. And yeah, I like it. All right. Well, if nobody has any questions, then you guys know how to find us. Again, thank you guys for giving up your hour to be on here with us live. If you guys watching the playbacks, if you guys have questions, just make sure to reach out to your director with any questions that you have. But other than that, we will talk with you guys soon.
I do have one thing though. Just make sure that you guys, like Becky started in the beginning, make sure that you're joining the team that we've created our own private team pages, and also keep the communication open. Like Becky also said, our time is just as valuable as yours. So if we reach out to you, make sure that you respond. We're not asking you to respond like that second, an hour later, but just make sure that you're responding back to us. We're trying our best to communicate with you and trying to find out where you're at within your businesses. So just give us the same respect to answer us back. And if you are having problems, reach out to somebody. If it's not me, reach out to Becky. If it's not Becky, reach out to Carolyn, vice versa. We don't have to be on the same, downlines, whatever, to reach out to each other. Just make sure your communication is with somebody so we're all on the same page.
Yeah, because it's hard. I will tell you, it's one of the most frustrating things. And I know there's times where you guys reach out to me and I may not get back to you right away, but remember, I have a personal business as well. And so I also have calls scheduled all the time. Anybody that knows what my calendar looks like, I do a lot of calls, one-on-one training. And so if I haven't gotten back to you, either you've gotten lost down in my messenger somewhere and eventually I'll find you. Or, maybe you just need to do that follow-up message. Hey, did you get my message? Because it does happen sometimes. But there's nothing wrong with saying no. Okay. So if I send you something, or Tiffany sends you something, or Carolyn sends you something and you're not available for it, just say no. You're not hurting our feelings. Okay. We've all gotten used to the word no, especially with bookings. And so it's no different if we're reaching out to you guys and, we're just basically reaching out because we care. We're reaching out to make sure if you are struggling in your business, maybe we've noticed your numbers. Maybe you've gone from being like steady Eddie to like now having nothing, on your calendar. None of us are going to reach out and be like, oh my gosh, are you submitting anything this month? Because I would smack Tiffany if she ever did that, and she knows I would. That's just not something that we do in the WOLFPACK, right? But what we do is we reach out to people to make sure that they know that we're here to help them, okay? Maybe your goals have changed. Maybe we just need to have a conversation and find out what your new goals are. Maybe I used to think that you wanted to do $1,200 in sales a month, and now you only are capable of being active. As long as I know it and they know it, that's what is most important, okay? So if we reach out to you, or invite you to something and you can't attend, just say no. It's not a big deal. It's one of those things, like, how do you guys all feel when you reach out to people for bookings and they read your message and then they don't respond to you? You question yourself, right? Oh gosh, they read my message and they didn't respond back to me. Well, guess what? We feel the same way. Okay, we have those same feelings. So you're not hurting our feelings by saying no to us. You're not hurting our feelings by, messaging us back and saying, hey, things have changed in my life and I just need to reevaluate. We're here to help you guys through that. But it's a huge respect thing. We have to respect both sides of the coin. Okay, so I think that was what Tiffany was trying to say, but very gingerly, and I'm just not in the mood to be ginger tonight. So yeah, sometimes you get the real Becky that comes out. Well, 9 times out of 10, you really do, because I'm just not a sugarcoater. You know, I'll be the first person to help you guys, but at the same time, you got to help yourself sometimes too. So, all right, my friends. Well, on that note, I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. You know, don't let that be like, oh my God, Becky is a psychotic, crazy woman tonight. I care very much about you guys. I care about our friendships that we've made along the way. And I don't ever want a business to come in between our friendship. Okay. So just, you know, just remember, we're here for you guys anytime. So have a great weekend. You guys, don't forget the real meaning behind Memorial Day tomorrow. Okay. The real meaning. Night, guys.
Night.